Gilded Age, Rathman excerpt. Exterior river, night. Lit by bonfires, a large raft floats down the river beneath a clear, starlit sky. The raft. The Hawkins family, little Davy, Bob, the child of Calamity, and the rest of the crew sit around the campfires. The crew members are drinking heavily and singing rambunctiously.
There was a woman in our town did she dwell. She loved her husband dearly, but another man twist as well. Singing to-ree-loo, ree-loo, ree-loo, reel-to-ree-loo, relay. She loved her husband dearly, but another man twist as well.
Enough with the drivel. Give it a rest.
Take a walk.
Overboard.
Laughter.
The man actually thinks he can sing.
The man actually thinks he's a man.
More laughter. Child of Calamity strikes a fighting pose.
Come on, any of you. Every one of you. I'll whip you one at a time or I'll whip you together. You choose, because it's all the same to me.
Cy and Nancy exchange worried looks and pull Washington and Emily closer to them. Several of the crew members begin to rise, but Bob holds them back.
Set where you are, gentlemen. Leave him to me. He's my meat.
He throws down his coat and speaks to it.
You lay there till the chewing up's done.
He throws down his coonskin hat and speaks to it.
You lay there till the suffering's over.
Bob jumps in the air and cracks his heels together.
Whoop.
Cy pulls Nancy and the children even closer.
Whoop! I'm the original, iron-jawed, brass-mounted, copper-bellied corpse maker from Wills, Arkansas. Look at me. I'm the man they call sudden death, the general desolation, sired by the hurricane, damned by the earthquake, half-brother to the cholera, nearly related to all the smallpox on my mother's side. Look at me. I'll take 19 alligators and barrel of whiskey for breakfast when I'm in robust health, then bushel of rattlesnakes and dead body when I'm ailing. I spit the everlasting rocks with my glance, and I'll squelch the thunder when I squeak whoop. Blood's my natural drink, and the wails of the dying is music to my ear. Cast your eye on me, gentlemen. Lay now, hold your breath, for I'm about to turn myself loose.
Child of Calamity struts up to Bob, jumps high, cracks his heels together, and crows like a rooster.
Whoop! Bow your neck and spread, for the kingdom of sorrows are coming. Hold me down to the earth, for I feel my powers at work. Whoop! I'm a child of sin. Don't let me get started. Smoke glass here for all. Don't attempt to view with the naked eye, gentlemen. I scratch my head with lightning and purr myself to sleep with thunder. When I'm thirsty, I reach up and suck a cloud dry like a sponge. And when I range the earth hungry, famine follows in me tracks. Contemplate me through leather. Do not use the naked eye. The massacre of isolated communities in the pastime of my idle moments. The destruction of nations, the serious business of my life. Whoop, whoop, whoop! Bow your neck and spread, for the pet child of calamities are coming.
Bob and the Child of Calamity puff and preen and circle each other menacingly, whooping periodically and making threatening noises. Bob knocks off Child of Calamity's hat. Child retrieves it and knocks off Bob's hat. Bob retrieves his hat and faces Child. However, he steps backward as he speaks.
I ain't want to forget a thing like this. I've never been one to forgive and forget.
There's no man more willing to settle this thing right here and right now. I tell you, I'm giving you fair warning, because I'm never going to rest till I wade in your blood. It's only on account of your family that I'm sparing you this very minute.
Bob and the Child of Calamity have backed away considerably from each other by now. Little Davy rises and steps forward.
Come back here, you couple of chicken-livered cowards, and I'll trash the two of you.
Cy and Nancy exchange curious glances. Little Davy grabs both men by the scruff of their collars and proceeds to thrash them, booting them from side to side, knocking them sprawling as the crew jeers, taunts, and cheers.
Enough, enough! You win!
I give up, I give up.
Both of you admit you're a couple of sneaks and cowards, unfit to eat with dogs.
They hesitate, but little Davy shows his fist.
I admit it. I'm a coward.
I'm not even worthy to eat with the dogs.
The crew heckles them.
All right, then. Shake hands and let bygones be bygones.
I never meant you any harm.
I always respected you and your family.
Now you knuckleheads go sit down and don't make any more trouble as long as you're on my raft.
Bob and the Child of Calamity sit down beside Cy Hawkins, who sidles away.
Go fetch my fiddle.
First Rathman stands and leaves.
We don't need fighting on this raft. We need dancing.
First raftman returns, and little Davy takes the fiddle from him. He begins to play a wild jig. The raftmen all dance vigorously. The child of Calamity grabs Nancy by the arm, pulls her up from her seat, and starts dancing with her, ignoring her protests.
Hey, that's my wife.
Bob comes over, grabs Cy, and dances with him, ignoring Cy's protests and his efforts to resist. Nancy and Cy finally break free. They pick up Washington and Emily and flee to their wagon at the back of the raft. The raftmen ignore their departure and continue their revelry.